under the Make in India initiative. My government has taken a major step in advancing marine and biotechnology research with the launch of the Odisha Marine Biotechnology Research and Innovation Corridor by the Honorable Chief Minister on 12th August 2025. MOUs have been signed with 6 state partner institutes and the National Institute of Ocean Technology, Chennai, as a national knowledge partner, along with James Cook University, Australia, as an international knowledge partner. To assess the economic contribution of biotechnology-led industries, an MOU has also been signed with IIM Sambalpur to prepare the first bioeconomy report of Odisha. Further, land alienation is under process at Puri for establishment of a regional center of NIOT with a marine coastal observatory which will support advanced oceanographic research, disaster resilience and sustainable coastal ecosystem management. My government has made significant investments in science infrastructure and public scientific engagement. The foundation stone for a new planetarium at the birthplace of Patani Samanta in Kandapada, Nayagarh district, has been laid as a tribute to the legendary astronomer. Simultaneously, the National Council of Science Museums has been entrusted with the comprehensive upgradation of Patani Samanta Planetarium, Bhubaneswar, including installation of a new hybrid planetarium system, development of an outdoor light and sound show, creation of interactive science gallery, and introduction of space simulator and virtual reality-based experiences. A major policy initiative taken by my government is the Umbrella Scheme, development of biotechnology, comprising 17 sub-schemes with a total outlay of 1,113.5 crore rupees to be implemented over a period of 5 years from 25-26 to 29-30 to strengthen biotechnology research, innovation and entrepreneurship in the state. In the 25-26, Odisha's health sector underwent a transformative expansion centered on the goal of Sustha Odisha, Samruddha Odisha. My government allocated a record 23,635 crore to healthcare, representing a 9% increase over the previous year. A major milestone was the strategic convergence of the state's Gopabandhu Jana Arogya Yojana with the national Ayushman Bharat scheme, providing universal health coverage to over 1.03 crore families. This integration expanded cashless treatment access from 900 to over 29,000 empaneled hospitals nationwide. Health infrastructure also saw a massive boost with the approval of 9 new medical institutions, including 4 MBBS colleges in Jagatsinghpur, Bhadrak, Denkanal and Nabarangpur, alongside the state's first integration of artificial intelligence in public health care delivery. With the opening of 2 new medical colleges in Fulbani and Talcher for the year 25-26 academic session, the state has added 200 more MBBS seats, significantly narrowing the doctor-to-patient ratio in tribal and underserved regions. In a historic public health intervention marking one of the most stringent tobacco control in the country, my government has imposed a complete ban on the manufacture, processing, packaging, storage, transportation, distribution and sale of all tobacco and nicotine containing products. This includes products such as gutka, pan masala and similar items even when sold in separate packets intended to be mixed by consumers, as well as any food products containing tobacco or nicotine. Odisha has demonstrated its prowess in sports sector with a remarkable performance by its athletes who won close to 600 medals across national and international platforms during the previous calendar year. The state also had the honor of hosting India's maiden continental tour branch, the Asian Table Tennis Team Championship and the Odisha Master BWF Tour Super 100 Tournament, among several other prestigious events. This momentum will be sustained and further enhanced in the coming year, beginning with the Hockey Indian League, Rugby Sub-Junior Nationals, FIH Pro League and Indoor Athletics Nationals. With Sabka Saath as our compass, Sabka Vikas as our journey and Sabka Vishwas as our strength, Odisha moves confidently towards Vision 2036. My government has undertaken focused initiatives to strengthen women's empowerment, safety and dignity. Under my government's flagship women welfare program, Subhadra, more than 1.12 crore applications have been received till now, and more than 15,000 crore rupees of Subhadra benefits have been disbursed to more than 1 crore beneficiaries in 3 installments. Nari Adalats have been set up in 10 Gram Panchayats of aspirational districts to ensure accessible and community-based grievance redressal mechanism for women. One-stop centers have been set up to offer integrated support to women affected by violence, with 9 additional centers approved, benefiting about 6,532 women this year. The integration of Women Helpline 181 with the Child Helpline 1098 and ERSS 112 has enabled 24/7 emergency response, assisting nearly 9,645 women so far. To support working women and to ensure their well-being, 2 working women hostels have been approved in Bhubaneswar in line with Odisha's long-term vision. My government has significantly expanded access to institutional finance through SHG bank credit linkage. During financial year 24-25, 3.52 lakh SHGs were provided bank credit amounting to 17,454 crore rupees, with the average SHG loan size increasing to 4.95 lakh rupees. For financial year 25-26, bank credit linkage of 20,000 crore has been targeted, and so far 1.61 lakh SHGs have been provided credit. The Lakpati Didi initiative under NRLM has delivered strong outcomes by enabling SHG members to earn at least 1 lakh of rupees annually. During financial year 24-25, 16.42 lakh Lakpati Didis were created against a target of 16.19 lakh. Social security coverage for SHG members has been strengthened through enrollment and renewal under insurance schemes. My government, through the Livelihood Convergence initiative, has positioned SHGs as key partners in government procurement and service delivery. During financial year 2024, SHGs generated government business worth 4,422 crore through structured outsourcing of procurement and services. SHGs are now engaged under activities of 19 government departments, reflecting deepening institutional integration. To promote women-led entrepreneurship, the State Interest Subvention Scheme has enabled SHGs to access interest-free loans up to 10 lakh on prompt repayment. During financial year 24-25, interest subvention claims amounting to 300 crore rupees were reimbursed to 3 lakh SHG accounts. In financial year 25-26, interest subvention benefits of 228 crore rupees have been provided so far to more than 2 lakh SHGs. My government has undertaken institution building at scale to strengthen SHG federations and provide infrastructure support. Construction of Mission Shakti Gruhas in each Gram Panchayat and each ward of 114 urban local bodies have been taken up, with over 6,500 MS Gruhas allotted to SHGs. Under the Subhadra Shakti Kendra initiative, construction of 338 block level Kendras and 30 district level Kendras was provisioned, of which 322 block Kendras and 13 district Kendras have been completed so far. My government has given major thrust in capacity building to improve skills, productivity and enterprise readiness. 1,019 SHG members were trained in garment manufacturing, with 411 engaged in employment or entrepreneurship, while 2,105 SHG members were trained in beauty therapy services. SHG members managing Millet Shakti cafes were trained in business management and recipes. More than 17,000 SHGs received skilling and refresher training. My government organized Subhadra Shakti Mela 2025, which generated 8.89 crore rupees, creating 918 Lakpati Didis, and its second edition in November 2025 generated 12 crore rupees, creating 328 Lakpati Didis and 10 Mahalakpati Didis. In addition to this, the Subhadra Shakti Paramparika Khadya Utsav was organized for the first time at block, district and state levels to further strengthen women empowerment. From time immemorial, our civilization knows that the strength of society flows from how it raises its children. Every child carries the promise of tomorrow, and therefore my government recognizes that Odisha's journey to 2036 and 2047 depends on protecting, educating and empowering every child today. Approximately 47.78 lakh beneficiaries comprising children under 6 years, pregnant women and lactating mothers and adolescent girls have been provided nutritious food under the Supplementary Nutrition Program, Scheme for Adolescent Girls and Mukhyamantri Sampurna Pushti Yojana during year 2025-26 for improving their health and nutritional status. My government has upgraded 8,418 Anganwadi centers in the state to Anganwadi Gyan Kendras to enhance the skills of Anganwadi workers and to ensure effective program implementation. Workers conduct awareness programs to build capacity of all AWCs tagged to the Gyan Kendras. My government's innovative Mamata scheme has benefited 68.42 lakh pregnant and lactating women with 3,767 crore rupees transferred to their bank accounts. My government has approved to jointly implement Mamata and Pradhana Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana from 1st April 25 with an objective of providing cash incentive for partial compensation of wage loss to ensure that women can take adequate rest before and after delivery of the first and second child. Creche facilities have been created at Lok Seva Bhavan, Krushi Bhavan, Karavela Bhavan, with the expansion planned at Toshali Bhavan, Rajiv Bhavan, Directorate of Health Services and Board of Revenue, Cuttack. 3 lakh rupees for each creche has been funded in all 30 districts. Creches in Jharsuguda and Kionjar collectorates are operational. Similarly, my government has launched Palana to support working mothers. During financial year 25-26, 168 Anganwadi centers have been identified for Anganwadi cum creches with support of 50,000 rupees per center. My government has formulated the Odisha State Strategic Action Plan to end child marriage 2024 to 2029 to systematically prevent and curtail the incidence of child marriage through coordinated multi-sectoral interventions. My government has also increased the number of child marriage prohibition officers by declaring Panchayat executive officers, wardens, matrons of government residential hostels as CMPOs. Additionally, all principals and headmasters under the Higher Education Department and School and Mass Education Department have been declared as child marriage information officers to assist the CMPOs within their jurisdiction. Inspired by the enduring principle of Sarvajan Sukhya, Sarvajana Hitaya, the prosperity and welfare of all. My government is committed to uplifting the marginalized, making inclusion the measure of progress and equity, the foundation of development. Due to the efforts of my government, Odisha has been recognized by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs as the best performing state under the Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan, with Mayurbhanj and Kionjar also receiving district level awards. The PM Janman initiatives for particularly vulnerable tribal groups, PVTGs, is being implemented in 14 districts, benefiting 3.15 lakh PVTG population from 68,605 households. As on 31st December 25, 74 multipurpose centers have been sanctioned, with 31 completed, 15 at finishing stage, 26 at the roof level, and the remainder at foundation stage. In addition, the Ministry of Education has sanctioned 76 hostels for tribal students over financial years 23-24 to 25-26, strengthening residential education infrastructure. My government is implementing the minimum support price for minor forest producers scheme through TDCCOL, which has procured 35,000 metric ton of MFPs over the last 5 years and transferred approximately 133 crore rupees as MSP to over 30,000 tribal collectors, with 1,200 SHGs, primary procurement agencies, registered across 14 districts. TDCCOL has also been chosen to promote Koraput coffee, which has received national recognition through the Flavor of India, the Fine Cup Award. Guided by the vision of doubling farmers' prosperity and strengthening rural India, my government is transforming farms into engines of growth and villages into centers of opportunity. With 6,000 crore rupees for the Samruddha Krishak Yojana for paddy procurement at 3,100 rupees per quintal and 2,020 crore for CM Kisan to boost income and diversify farming, the per capita income of families involved in farming have substantially increased. My government has achieved record crop production, with the food grain output estimated at 150.48 lakh metric tons during 24-25, surpassing all previous records and nearly 3 times the 55.35 lakh metric ton recorded in 2000-2001. Income support to farmers has been strengthened through PM Kisan and CM Kisan. Under PM Kisan, 6,000 rupees per year is being directly transferred in 3 equal installments, with the 21st installment released on 19th November 25, and 34.13 lakh beneficiaries receiving timely support. Under CM Kisan, more than 2,991 crore has been disbursed, benefiting over 51.54 lakh farmers, including 3,236 PVTG farmers and 31,695 urban farmers. My government is promoting millet and organic farming through focused missions. Under Sri Anna Abhiyan, millet production and consumption are being enhanced to make Odisha a millet hub of India, with subsidies for millet-based machinery through DBT, release of 4 local Ragi land races, seed production, seed village programs over 320 hectares, and organic cultivation and certification over 1,372 hectares in 25-26. During KMS 24-25, 7.5 lakh quintals of Ragi were procured with an enhanced incentive of 210 rupees per quintal over MSP. My government has launched the Balabhadra Jaivik Chasa mission to be implemented over 5 years from 25-26 to 29-30 with an outlay of 155 crore rupees to promote organic farming, improve soil organic carbon in all 314 blocks, develop organic clusters in Kandhamal and Malkangiri, and horticulture clusters in 6 districts. My government has received incentive of 155 crore rupees under the Government of India scheme for special assistance to states for capital investment for leadership in embracing AgriStack with 100 crore rupees for digital crop survey and 55 crore rupees for creation of a farmers registry. This fund will be used to fund infrastructure projects of the state government. Farm mechanization is being prioritized, raising farm power availability from 0.61 kilowatts per hectare in 2000-2001 to 2.61 kilowatts per hectare in 24-25 with a target of 3.50 kilowatts per hectare by 2036 and a vision of 4.50 kilowatts per hectare by 2047. My government has advanced climate conscious agriculture and community participation through Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam 2.0, which symbolizes nurturing life in the name of one's mother while strengthening environmental sustainability for future generations. Under this initiative, my government distributed 41 lakh seedlings of mango, key lime, guava, coconut and jackfruit to stakeholders across the state during the plantation drive held on 17 September 25 on the birth anniversary of Yashasvi Pradhana Mantri Shri Narendra Modi ji. At present, the state is receiving a monthly central allocation of 1.88 lakh metric ton under the National Food Security Act for distributing among 2.91 lakh priority household beneficiaries and 12.36 lakh Antyodaya Anna Yojana families through 11,725 fair price shops across the state. Besides, under the state food security scheme, so far 1.15 lakh families have been covered, with the beneficiaries being supplied 5 kg of rice per person per month free of cost. In addition, my government has provided an additional 5 kg of fortified rice per card per month to 96.48 lakh families under NFSA and 1.38 lakh families under SFSS during 3 months period from September to November 25. Under the supervision of the Honorable Supreme Court, the e-KYC process was kick-started from July 24 to make ration card data transparent by excluding deceased and ineligible persons and including eligible beneficiaries. Subsequently, e-KYC of around 3.12 lakh beneficiaries, about 96%, has been successfully completed till date. 15 lakh applications were received for new ration cards across the state, and my government has allotted a target of 13.50 lakh beneficiaries for rural areas and 1.50 lakh beneficiaries for urban areas under SFSS. In addition, after e-KYC and identification of ineligible ration card holders, eligible beneficiaries are being included, and so far a total of 3.23 lakh eligible families comprising 6.40 lakh members have been newly included under the food security scheme. The IT-enabled procurement process undertaken by my government and facilitated by Odisha State Civil Supply Corporation Limited with support from primary agricultural cooperatives, women self-help groups and Pani Panchayats has been instrumental in reaching all farmers willing to sell paddy. For Kharif marketing season 24-25, around 92.64 lakh metric ton of paddy has been procured from around 20 lakh eligible registered farmers, which is the highest procurement and the highest number of farmers in Odisha's history. Rice production from procured paddy has increased significantly from about 34.36 lakh metric ton in KMS 15-16 to 62.85 lakh metric ton in KMS 24-25. My government has recorded strong and visible achievements in the development of rural infrastructure during financial year 25-26 under the MMSY, Mukhya Mantri Sadak Yojana, for rural road connectivity. Under MMSY, new connectivity, 159.22 kilometers of roads have already been constructed against the target of 363.36 kilometers till December 25. Under MMSY, improvement of existing RD roads, 1,140.38 kilometers of roads have been completed and 648 road projects covering 2,711.65 kilometers have been approved during the current year. These works are significantly improving access to habitations and strengthening important rural corridors. During the same period, my government has substantially expanded rural connectivity through other MMSY components. Under MMSY, Transferred Road Improvement Program, 1,121.53 kilometers of roads have been completed and 868 new road projects covering 3,789 0.60 kilometers have been approved during financial year 25-26. Under MMSY, connection of missing road links, 385.95 kilometers of roads have been completed and 260 road projects covering 805.25 kilometers approved. Under MMSY, connecting unconnected villages in difficult areas, 151.28 kilometers of roads have been completed and 55 road projects covering 363.66 kilometers have been approved during the year. My government has also introduced a new scheme MMSY, Disaster Resilient Roads, during financial year 25-26, under which 79 road projects covering 475.59 kilometers already have been approved to improve resilience against cyclones, floods and heavy rainfall. My government has placed special emphasis during 25-26 on bridging missing links and strengthening rural bridge infrastructure. Under the Setu Bandhana Yojana, 217 bridges have already been completed and 374 new bridge projects have been approved during the current financial year. Under the Bridge Cum Wear program, 39 bridge cum wear projects have been completed and 83 new bridge cum wear projects have been approved during financial year 25-26, contributing to minor irrigation, groundwater recharge, livestock use, fisheries and local livelihoods. Under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, my government has continued to consolidate rural connectivity during financial year 25-26, completing 230.03 kilometers of roads and 14 bridges till December 25. Special focus has been accorded to tribal and particularly vulnerable tribal group habitations under PM Janman, under which 20.08 kilometers of roads have been completed till December 2025 against the target of 142.87 kilometers for financial year 25-26 for road connectivity to unconnected PVTG habitations. In the field of construction, renovation and repair of rural buildings, my government has recorded significant progress during financial year 25-26 till December 25. During the current year, 80 rural works buildings have been completed and 391 building projects were in progress. In addition, 684 government buildings of various departments have been completed and 2,181 building projects are in progress. These buildings include facilities for health, education, hostels, cyclone and flood shelters, judicial infrastructure and other public services. During financial year 25-26, my government achieved a major milestone in rural housing by completing 1.88 lakh Pakka houses, including 1.37 lakh houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin PMAY-G and 17,638 houses for PVTG families under PM Janman. 33,009 houses have already been completed under the Antyodaya Gruha Yojana launched on 30th March 25. Transparent and citizen-friendly delivery is being ensured through the Rural Housing Portal and the Amagara mobile application. Provision of safe drinking water to all rural habitations remains a foremost priority of my government, with the goal of achieving universal functional household tap connections by 2027. Out of 207 mega piped water supply projects, 26 have been completed and 181 are under execution, and 16 mega PWS projects are scheduled for completion during financial year 25-26. To ensure universal sanitation access and sustain ODF status, more than 743 community sanitary complexes were constructed. 96% villages have been declared ODF plus, and more than 44,862 villages have been declared model villages during financial year 25-26 till December 25. Seva hi paramo dharmaha. Service is the highest duty. Good governance is built on ethical leadership, a strong foundation of justice, and an unrelenting commitment to public service. When power is exercised with integrity, laws are applied fairly, and service to citizens is treated as the highest duty, governance becomes both effective and humane. To promote transparency and accountability, my government has institutionalized robust grievance redressal mechanisms. From 1st April 21 to 15th December 25, a total of 14.88 lakh grievances were received in Jana Sunani portal, of which 13.56 lakh cases were disposed of. Complementing this, 95,514 grievances were disposed in the centralized public grievance redress and monitoring system during the same period. In addition to this, 5,722 number of cases have been disposed of out of 6,507 cases instituted since 2019 under the Odisha Lokayukta Act 2014. My government has strengthened weekly joint hearing of public grievances, facilitating direct interface between citizens and administration. From 18th April 2022 to 15th December 25, 4.70 lakh grievances were received through joint hearings, with 99,487 grievances disposed of on the spot. All collectors have been instructed to ensure registration of grievances received during hearings on the Jana Sunani portal. In addition, 6 pension review adalats and multiple pension adalats were organized across districts during 24-25 and 25-26 to review long pending pension, gratuity, GPF and related cases in coordination with the Office of the Principal Accountant General and district administrations. Chief Minister's Grievance Cell has played a critical role in resolving high priority grievances. Between 1st June 24 and 15th December 25, 13,358 grievances were received, of which 12,592 were disposed, achieving a 94% disposable rate. My government has already conducted 15 Monday grievance hearings, including one at Sambalpur, till 15th December 25. All departments and districts have designated senior officers as grievance nodal officers with frequent review meetings conducted to monitor pendency and improve accountability. Knowledge sharing and leadership coordination are being strengthened through national and state level conferences. A national level seminar on good governance and Vikasit Odisha at 2036 and at 2047 was successfully organized on 10th June 2025 at the State Convention Center, Bhubaneswar. On the other hand, on 18th and 19th November 25, Joint Conference of SPs and Collectors was successfully organized at the State Convention Center, Bhubaneswar. For quick and speedy disposal of cases, my government has issued notification for establishment of 138 courts of different categories at various places of the state during the years 24 and 25. In 25, 5 national district Lok Adalats were organized, in which 9.99 lakh cases were disposed of and a sum of 34.62 crores was granted as compensation to 1,800 victims under the Victim Compensation Scheme. Besides this, during 24-25 and 25-26, a sum of 8.86 crore rupees has been sanctioned as grants in favor of 1,425 religious institutions for meeting deficits related to Niti Kanti and observance of different festivals. To strengthen the Odisha police, after 2024, my government has undertaken major institutional expansion. Between 1st July 24 and 31st December 25, by creating 3 Odisha Special Striking Force Battalions, 3 Odisha Industrial Security Force Battalions, 10 new ODRAF units, a Traffic and Road Safety Wing, an SDPO office at Chendikol, 21 cyber and economic offences police stations, and a new police district at Rayarangpur. Further, during 25, 21 new cyber crime and economic offences police stations were created with 999 posts, and 14 existing cyber police stations were further strengthened with manpower, marking a decisive push towards modern technology-driven policing. My government has achieved significant success on the anti-left-wing extremism front through sustained and proactive operational and administrative action, leading to a marked improvement in the situation in the state. In the last 5 years, 48 Maoist cadres were neutralized, 78 were arrested, and 82 surrendered. Notably, in 2025 alone, 25 Maoist cadres were neutralized, including 17 in joint operations with Chhattisgarh Police, CRPF and Cobra at the Naupada-Garyaban border. 9 cadres were arrested and 29 surrendered. Large quantities of arms, ammunition, explosives and other incriminating material were also recovered. To safeguard women and children, the crime against women and children wing has intensified monitoring, leading to 270 convictions in 766 red flag cases as on 30th September 2025. Following the implementation of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, sensitive cases including rape and POSCO were being fast-tracked, and during 1st July 24 and 31st December 25 alone, 276 convictions have been achieved, reflecting my government's firm resolve to deliver prompt investigation and speedy justice. The state of Odisha, being prone to recurrent natural calamities, faces several challenges from time to time due to floods, heavy rains, cyclone, unseasonal rain, heat wave, lightning, etc. My government tackled these calamities very successfully through timely intervention, prompt evacuation, efficient deployment of response forces, and swift relief and restoration measures during 25-26. During the monsoon floods in July and September 25, affecting Subarnarekha and Baitarani river basins, funds amounting to 23.59 crore for relief and rescue and 39.31 crore for repair and restoration of public property were released from SDRF. Additional flash floods in July and October 25 led to the release of 8.42 crore for relief and 2.90 crore for repair and restoration. Unseasonal rain in May 25 damaged 10,601 hectares of standing paddy, for which 17.77 crore rupees was extended as assistance to affected farmers. During cyclone Monta, which affected 11 districts in October 25, my government evacuated around 38,000 people to 2,164 safe shelters and shifted 2,198 persons to health centers, thereby saving many precious lives. Domestic animals were moved to animal safe shelters, and cyclone affected people were provided hot cooked food, dry food and drinking water. The cyclone affected 31,958 people in 2,028 villages under 64 blocks. SDRF assistance of 5.24 crore was allotted to district collectors for agriculture input subsidy, house damage assistance, relief camp operations, search and rescue clothing, utensil and livestock assistance, along with 1.87 crore rupees for repair and restoration works. My government has further strengthened enforcement operations across all districts with focused action against illicit distillation and spurious liquor through intensive and special enforcement drives, resulting in seizures valued at 82.48 crore rupees. During these drives, 15,045 cases were booked and registered, and 7,175 persons were arrested across 4 drives conducted during 25-26, demonstrating sustained and coordinated enforcement efforts. In addition to this, 9,677 acres of illegal hemp cultivation has been destroyed during 25-26 till December 25, with 38 cases booked and 7 persons arrested and forwarded to court. Odisha is globally recognized for its rich cultural diversity, encompassing historical monuments, archaeological sites, tribal traditions, classical and folk arts, sculpture and literature. This living heritage not only attracts tourists but also scholars and researchers seeking to understand the depth of our civilization. My government took a historic decision of setting up a corpus fund of 200 crores, the interest generated from which is being utilized for systematic preservation, promotion and development of Odia language, literature and cultural heritage. Preservation of heritage and recognition of eminent personalities remain key priorities of my government. Under the Baraputra Aitihya Grama Yojana, 25 heritage villages associated with eminent sons of the soil have been identified for comprehensive development as cultural heritage villages. In addition, my government has approved installation of statues of 75 eminent Varaputras across Odisha at a total cost of 11 crore rupees, immortalizing their contributions for future generations. My government has undertaken multiple initiatives for safeguarding and promoting intangible and tangible cultural heritage. Bali Yatra has been officially listed by the Sangeet Natak Academy, and a formal proposal has been submitted to the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, for its inclusion in the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage. A partnership with UNESCO has also been proposed for the sustainable development of key heritage sites such as Lalitagiri, Ratnagiri, Udayagiri, Gohiratikiri, Raghurajpur and Ranipur Jarial. My government has decided to establish a Center for Heritage Studies which will deploy dedicated survey teams for scientific documentation and conservation of ancient monuments and heritage sites. Additionally, a MOU has been signed with the Light of Buddha Foundation International for the development and promotion of Buddhist heritage circuits in Odisha. The first ever statewide Odia Paksha celebration was held from 1st to 4th April 25, which witnessed unprecedented participation with over 3 lakh online quiz entries, 5 lakh selfies uploaded, and 14 thematic programs organized across the state, emerging as a mass movement for Odia Asmita. My government also successfully organized the Odisha State Book Fair 2025 and showcased Odisha's civilizational journey during the 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas in Bhubaneswar through a dedicated Odisha pavilion and cultural programs. My government recognizes that the Odia community extends far beyond our state borders. To strengthen this bond, my government has operationalized the Directorate of Odisha Parivar. To support our diaspora, a dedicated 24/7 call center and a dynamic web portal are being launched to address their grievances. My government is developing specialized Odia learning modules for children living outside the state to keep them connected with their roots. Significant progress has been made in digital archiving, publications and public outreach. Prestigious magazines, Utkala Prasanga and Odisha Review, published since April 1944, have been digitized and made globally accessible. Tenders have been floated for archiving rare photographs, videos, audio tapes and films. Publication activities have been expanded through increased special issues, informative booklets on government schemes and the recent launch of a new development journal titled Pragati Prabhava. With a clear vision, resolute execution and noteworthy accomplishments in 25-26, the intent and action of my government stand worthy of appreciation. Yet, complacency has no place in our public duty. As I stand in this august house, the closing lines of a famous poem by Robert Frost echo in mind, miles to go before I sleep, for the promise we carry for our people is larger than what we have achieved, and the future we owe to Odisha is brighter than what we have built so far. With the blessings of our Arajya Prabhu Sri Jagannath, the vision of our Prime Minister and the trust of the people, my government is building a Samruddha, Sashakt and Samaveshi Odisha, where growth carries compassion and development delivers dignity. Marching towards Vision 2036, our journey is powered by people's confidence, strengthened by institutions, and inspired by a future that belongs to every Odia. I now leave it to your deliberations and wish you all success. Vande Utkala Janani, Vande Mataram.